All right, Michael Jordan was heard refusing to play with NBA star on audio clip who was then left off of the 1992 Dream Team. So I have a little information. I know y'all have heard the conspiracy theory about Michael Jordan not wanting to play with Isiah Thomas. And that's why he was kept off the NBA, off the Olympic team back in 1992. I have a little information on that for y'all. But before we get into this, I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers and followers. I appreciate you all. If you're new to the channel and you're just tuning in, make sure that you like and subscribe and follow us because I do make good videos. Now, let's get back into this Michael Jordan story. I don't know about you all, but if you're a basketball fan, I was a Isiah Thomas fan back when he played for the Pistons. I was a Michael Jordan fan, of course. MJ, I used to love to see him play. His poetry in motion. Two of my favorite players. And as you all know, Michael Jordan and Isiah Thomas have a great disdain for one another. In fact, on Michael Jordan's docuseries, he called Isiah a blank, right? Y'all probably remember that. Isiah Thomas had went on to say LeBron James is the GOAT in many situations, and people feel like that he's not genuinely feel that way. He's just saying that because, to kind of throw shots at MJ, right? So, but nevertheless, y'all, when I saw this story, I was like, man, I couldn't wait to share it because, I always wondered where this conspiracy theory come from that Michael Jordan conspired to, uh, have Isiah Thomas omitted from the team. And so now let me kind of tell y'all kind of where all this started from, okay? Um, so the United States basketball lineup back in 1992 Olympics is one of the most talented, rich collection of stars ever assembled in any sport. But there was one notable absentee. Led by NBA MVPs Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, the Dream Team cruised to glory at the Barcelona games, beating their opponents by an average of 43.8 points, including a 32-point win over Croatia in the gold medal game. That was something to see. For those of you that not watched the Olympics, it was really unbelievable that year with the Dream Team, man. Just watching them play every night was a spectacle. Jordan was the star of the show, fresh off winning his second successive NBA title with the Chicago Bulls. The airness was at the peak of his powers. And while the famous number 23, who wore the number 9 jersey at the Olympics, was joined on the team by Bulls co-star Scottie Pippen, one man Jordan refused to be teammates with was none other than Isiah Thomas. The iconic point guard who won back-to-back titles with the Detroit Pistons in 1989 and 1990. Thomas was a forthright and uncompromising individual who often upset his opponents. So as y'all know, Zeke Thomas, he wasn't the most well-liked individual in basketball. We know that. He had his own little temperament and his way of doing things. And, it is what it is. Zeke just, for a lot of players, but so was Jordan. Jordan wasn't liked by a lot of players as well. He and Jordan didn't get along. And there's an audio clip recorded by journalist and author. So let me tell y'all where this whole conspiracy theory started from, okay? That Jordan did not want to play with Isiah Thomas, and he made some phone calls to the NBA, to the executives to say, hey, I don't want to play with him. And y'all know Jordan had a lot of pull, saying, you know what happened? Isiah didn't play. So let me tell y'all the name of the Hall of Fame sports writer and author, none other than Jack McCallum. He captured Jordan revealing his plot to exclude the Detroit star. Rod Thorne called me. I said, Rod, I won't play. And this is what supposedly been said when Michael Jordan had a phone call with Rod Thorne. He said, Rod Thorne called me. I said, Rod, I won't play if Isiah Thomas is on the team, Jordan said. He assured me. He said, you know what? Chuck doesn't want Isiah, so Isiah's not going to be a part of the team. This is Rod Thorne talking back to Michael Jordan. And basically, there was never anything in my conversation with Jordan that had to do with Isiah Thomas, period, said Thorne. So basically, Thorne refutes this allegation or this statement that was made by Jackie McCallum. There was never anything in my conversation with Jordan that had to do with Isiah Thomas, period, said Thorne, who was the Chicago Bulls general manager in 1984 when Jordan was drafted. He said, I'll do it. Isiah's name never came up during that conversation, and he never backtracked and said he didn't want to do it from that time on. To those of us in the NBA office, and in The Last Dance, the 2020 Netflix documentary covering his career, Jordan denied any conspiracy to keep Isiah Thomas off that team. The dream team, based on the environment and the camaraderie that happened on that team, it was not the best harmony, Jordan said. Would Isiah have made a different feeling on that team? Yes. Now, this came from Jordan. So he did make this statement that he felt like there was a great camaraderie on the 1992 Olympic Dream Team, but he felt that Isiah Thomas would have somewhat disrupted that great camaraderie. So basically, yeah, Jack McCallum, supposedly had a secret audio and heard the conversation between Rod Thorne, who basically was putting together that team that year, and NBA executives. He said he basically heard the conversation in which Jordan, flat out said, hey, if Isiah's playing, I'm not going to play. Thorne then assured him that, hey, Chuck Daly, which of course the Hall of Fame coach, who was also the Detroit Pistons coach, great Chuck Daly. I love Chuck Daly, by the way. I don't know if y'all remember Chuck, but he was a character, man. And he used to dress nice too, by the way. But Chuck Daly basically told, Rod Thorne basically said that Chuck Daly did not want Isiah on the team. Now, does that make sense to y'all? This was one of his star players in Detroit with the Pistons. They won a couple of championships together, 1989, 1990. And does it make sense that he would not want his star player on the Olympic team? I don't know. That doesn't make much sense to me. However, this is what was supposed to have been said from Rod Thorne back to Michael Jordan, according to Jack McCallum, who said that he had audio clips of this leaked. This secretly leaked audio of this conversation between Rod Thorne and Michael Jordan. And so that's where it comes from, y'all. I never knew. I just know that it was supposed to be a conspiracy that Michael Jordan did not want Isiah Thomas on the team. He just, didn't like the guy, didn't want to play beside him. But I never knew how and why. I didn't know where it come from. I just thought maybe Jordan just didn't want him, and the executives or the committee that put the team together just decided this wouldn't be a good fit. However, according to legendary sports writer Jack McCallum, Jordan actually made his point clear that he did not want to play with none other than Isiah Thomas. So Isiah Thomas was omitted from that team. There's been many speculations, as you all know. John Stockton was on that team, the great Utah Jazz legend. He was a point guard. They had a couple other point guards, or maybe one other, and they had Christian Laettner. And so someone said back then there's no way that John Stockton should be ahead of Isiah Thomas. That's just what some NBA players were saying, that they just did not see how that could be the case. In their prime, look, John Stockton was a great assist man. He, the all-time leading assist leader, great player. He had a heart. He had a heart of a lion. But was he better than Isiah Thomas? No, not overall. I mean, Isiah was a pretty good assist man in his own right. He could pass that rock too, set men up very beautifully. But Isiah was a better scorer, hands down. Questionable rebounding, maybe, it's a toss-up. But certainly, he was a much better scorer and just as good of an assist man as John Stockton. Hey, John Stockton's a great fit too. Come on, that's still John Stockton. But would I have picked John Stockton over Isiah Thomas in their prime? No way. And I don't think most sensible basketball heads would do it as well. Would pick Stockton over Isiah Thomas for that particular team. However, he was not a part of the team, and they said that Jordan, did not want him to play, and Isaih Thomas went on to say he refuted. I mean, Jordan refutes that never happened. You know, because it's not a good look if you can call the executives of the NBA or individuals that leads a committee to putting the team together and say, hey, if he plays, I'm not playing. You know, that's kind of like putting him in the corner. But this is the conspiracy theory that Jackie McCollum says that is a fact. Like Jordan conspired to have him not play on the Olympic team, which y'all know yourself, with all the accomplishments Isaih Thomas has, from the championships to, in Indiana when he won on a Bob Knight, in college. Isaih Thomas has a very had a spectacular career, very, successful career. But being on that 1992 Olympic team it would have just added to his legend, no question about it. So I'm quite sure that bothered Zeke, and that still bothers him to this day. And maybe that's why he has the vitriol toward MJ, Michael Jordan. I don't know if it'll ever be mended, okay? But anyway, I just wanted to share this story with y'all. I was reading this, and I said, you know what? Basketball heads, I don't know if you know this or not, but I certainly did not know where this conspiracy came from, that Jordan didn't want to play with Isaih, and he made it verbally with some of the executives with the NBA. But supposedly it was the leaked audio or secret audio that Jack McCollum actually got a chance to hear. Now, how did he do that? I still don't know that part of the story as far as how he was able to even get a secretly recorded call, but supposedly he did, all right? All right, so with that being said, I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If so, make sure that you like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, y'all please, subscribe, because once again, I do make good videos, all right? If you have any comments, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know if y'all think Jordan really conspired to have Isaih Thomas, barred from playing on the 1992 Dream Team, and also if you think that Isaih was a better fit over John Stockton. Y'all give me your thoughts on that, okay, in the comment section. All right, so with that being said, y'all have an awesome day. Take care of yourselves, and until next time.